We are just at that point where we can actually start putting out our warm weather crops. Some of them we have to wait until June to put them out. So I thought I would give you a tour of my garden so you can see what I have going so far. Hi, I'm White Davy. Welcome to White Davy Garden and Worm Farm. So we are gonna start off with my brassica bed. And this is the bed where I showed in my first tour for 2022, where we have a lot of volunteer lettuces growing. So I planted some yellow onions in here, and they are doing quite well. I also have various brassicas sown in here, but they haven't started germinating yet, so we're still waiting on those to grace us with their presence. These green onions have been here for the last 2 years. Down here I have other types of onions growing, and look, my potatoes over there. My potatoes are growing, so I'm quite excited for that. I have more brassicas in here and onions. I have red onions, and I have yellow onions, and I have white sweet onions, and then I have a lot of scallions as well. In here I have my what's it called? Spinach. My spinach are germinating. All of these are onions and spinach. In here I sow, in these 3 containers, I had red Russian seeds sown, but I haven't seen any of them germinating yet. But we still have a lot of the stray lettuces from last year that are growing in here. And this is a new blueberry bush that I just bought. I don't have anything sown in here. This is reserved for my purple Japanese yam, or purple sweet potato. And in here I have my, what is it, that red Norland. I struggle to remember the name of potatoes because I usually just grow potatoes, not fussy about the names. Yeah, so in here, all of these red containers, I have red Norland and garlic. I'm not sure what's going on in here, but if you look at the amount of garlics growing in here, and so far I've only seen just that one. More garlics and red Norland potatoes. These are also red Norland potatoes and garlic. I had some seeds, flower seeds sown in those, but I haven't seen any of them coming up yet. And over here I have my rosette potatoes. And look at that, guys, in the kids' raised bed. Their strawberries are flowering, so I know they're going to be quite excited when they get to see that. They have carrots and lettuces in here, but I haven't seen any germinating yet. They just sowed them last week. Oh, I beg to differ. I can see them coming up in here, so that's quite exciting. And this is going to be my strawberry bed, and it's companion planted with onions. I transplanted these potatoes, rosette potatoes out here. These are from the ones that I grew last year, and then these ones decided to start growing inside the house, so they grow pretty tall with very little foliage. So I just transplanted them out 2 days ago, so we're gonna see how these ones are gonna do. And look at my cherry tree, it's all flowering, but I had to put mesh on it because last year we had lots of cherries on it, but the birds ate it. And over there, look at that, that is my Saskatoon berry bush, and it is just loaded with flowers. And here I have my yellow raspberry. That little one there I just bought, that is a red raspberry. The yellow raspberry that I have is the thorny type. I got it from a friend. And in here I have more red onions, and look, my Chinese cabbage are coming. All of them have germinated, but they're a bit covered, and I don't mind them being covered a bit because it offers them some protection while they're that young. So yes, my Chinese cabbage, they're coming on. I wonder if something is eating this. Why are the leaves split? I hope nothing is eating them. I do take my Chinese cabbage quite seriously. Oh, I have so much grass growing in here and I can't pull them out. I went ahead and weeded this place, this bed before I planted in there, but it's so hard to control these grass. And I can see that my beets are indeed germinating. I have beets and lettuces in here, and then around the perimeters of it I do believe, now I don't think this one has any form of garlic or onions in them because there's no sign of any of them growing. And over here in my other strawberry bed I have lettuces, different types of lettuces in here, and I do have quite a bit of these things growing in here, and they are so hard to get under control, but I can't root them out just yet. I have to wait until the plants that I want actually starts to grow a lot bigger. But look, success at last. I've been trying to grow peas for the last 3 years, and they always get eaten. But this time I relocated where I'm planting them, and as you can see, I have peas. So this is quite exciting. I'm disappointed though because the amount that I planted, I would say 50% of them germinated, so I'm disappointed. But given that the other years they get eaten as soon as they push out their heads, then I guess I have to be thankful, right? And these are my scallions. They have been here for the past 2 years, and I have strawberries in here. This one didn't seem to make it. Okay, and I'm not going to pull it out just yet because this is my bed for my romaine lettuce, and I have some seeds sown in here. Still waiting to see most of them germinate. I might have to re-sow them because only a few of them germinated. And then over here I have my tulips. That's my tulip patch, and look at that one down there. I saw a bumblebee in it this morning, which is quite exciting. I just sow my corns in here. So in this section I have peas and corns sown together in the same holes. So I just finished sowing those before I started this video. And then there I have my garlics. I have, this bed is going to be peppers, hot peppers and hot peppers, tomatoes and carrots. Haven't put the peppers in yet, but my carrots are germinating. Such tiny little plants, but yes, they are germinating, so I'm quite excited for that. They didn't take long to germinate like the previous years. They always tend to take a bit of time. Look at this. These are actually seeds from the Dutch elm trees. Guys, I want to show you something. Look at that tree. This is a Dutch elm tree. Quite a lot of leaves, right? Wrong. There are no leaves on this tree. Everything that you see on these two Dutch elm trees, they are all seeds. And this is why I hate Dutch elm, because those are all seeds, and then they fall off in your garden and you have literally thousands of them to pull out of your garden every year. They're so annoying. And look at this. My apples are flowering. Quite excited for that. So I'm going to be putting my peppers and tomatoes, my hot peppers, in this bed, but they're not coming out until it's June, to be on the safe side. And over here I have sweet corns. I'm growing sweet corns for the first time. I soaked them in water for 24 hours and see that they're starting to germinate. And I always plant peas, not peas but beans, kidney beans with corns, because corns use a lot of nitrogen and beans replaces nitrogen, so we always grow them together. I have a few pumpkin seeds sown over against the fence there, and behind this apple tree up against the fence I have a lot of lima beans. I do love my lima beans, so I try to grow as much of them as I can. Now over here I have different types of brassicas. I have Swedes, onions, beets in here, and I can see my beet is germinating now. Good. My onions are coming up, and I can see that the brassicas are coming up too. So these are taking a little bit longer than those on the other side. This is on the north side of the property, but I'm using it for brassicas because it is underneath that Dutch elm tree, so that should be able to keep it cool. This bed I'm going to have to do a lot of weeding, because practically all the green stuff that you see here are Dutch elm seeds. They're not plants, they're Dutch elm seeds. So I know I'm going to have a lot of weeding to do in this bed. And here I have some more onions. No, I think these are scallions. This bed is going to be used for my amaranth. I haven't cleaned it up yet. And my lord, I can see lots of seeds in here already. This is so frustrating. I'm going to have to find some way to kill those trees. And look at my scallion patch. I just sowed the bulbs. Apart from these thicker ones right here, everything else is brand new. I sowed them last week, and just look at them. They are doing so well. In here I have a lot of cabbages, and this is also going to be a tomato and pepper bed, but my sweet peppers, long sweet peppers and bell peppers are going to be going in here with my carrots. The carrots are already sown, and I'm also going to be putting herbs in here as well for pest control, and a few marigolds. So this is a tour of my garden. This is what I have growing. If you enjoy this video and you would like to see more of what's happening in my garden, please take a moment to give me a thumbs up. You can leave a comment in the section below. If you are new to my channel, please subscribe and turn on your notification for more updates like these. Thank you so much for watching, and have yourself a wonderful day. Yeah man, time for grow.